Whoops, that happened. Hello there, and it is I, Jamie563. Welcome to tonight's stream. Yeah, I'm just trying to pick. Oof. Uh. Yeah, welcome to tonight's stream. I didn't really plan this, so I'm sure you guys all know. So back in September, uh, I went to a convention. I announced that I would be going to Los Angeles for a 3-day thing. Going to Los Angeles for a con, for LA Comic Con. Yes, real Comic Con. Uh, Disneyland and Universal Studios. Yeah, like I said, also my back's hurting me real badly. So I'm gonna go to bed in a bit. And of course, thanks Beat Saber. Um, so first we got on our flight, and I even made a community post on it. That I was like the first time. So I really haven't left my state since 2021. I was stuck in Oklahoma for pretty much 2 years. My dad admitted that he felt bad about this and decided just, hey, I want to take my son over to a trip. So I went to LA Comic Con, and yes, I finally went to LA Convention Center, where E3 used to be hosted. That meant that I finally got to go to LA Convention Center for real, not in like in JMod. If I've even remembered my old Gmod videos. And yeah, people even actually recognize I was cosplaying as Ness. I have seen some YouTube videos, and I could see me. I do have a question. Please don't get all stalkery on me, please. There. Yeah. I was cosplaying as Ness, and I even explained to my parents that, yes, Earthbound itself wasn't a popular game. Ness himself was, because of Smash. I mean, Hell, I'll admit, even I knew about Earthbound because of Smash. Things are going well. And then I saw an FNF cosplayer. Like, no joke, there was an there was an FNF cosplayer, yeah. I remember, like, waiting in line, it was, like, quite difficult there, and I ran into, like, a lot of Teletubby stuff there. Yeah, another thing I did was I went to a Ken cosplay, a guy cosplay as Ken from Street Fighter. I w- he only took my picture. I took his picture, and then afterwards I got a picture of him doing a Hadouken on me, looking like I was getting hit because it's freaking Street Fighter. What word does the man want? Yeah, a lot of Mario cosplayers there too. Like, and of course, basically the golden rule of fan conventions. It's gonna be one of three groups: Hazbin Hotel cosplayers, Team Fortress 2 cosplayers, and Danganronpa cosplayers. So shockingly, there wasn't really that many Danganronpa cosplayers, as I hoped. No pun intended. But yeah, there was like some Teletubby thing there, like some guys like actual Teletubby stuff there, and I think I was like promoting some crypto game. Unfortunately, yeah. Apparently, there's like the LA convention there is sponsored by some crypto site now. But even though crypto is pretty much dead. Yeah. Oh yeah, probably one of the funnier ones. Like some chick was cosplaying as Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, I don't know if I knew about this. Napoleon Dynamite is like this movie about this weird guy in this town. Like the whole shtick is like he's basically some a foreign. I think it's like a foreign exchange student trying to get this friend of his to get nominated for a class president or something. And it ends with this very, very intricate dance that ended up working. It's a weird movie, but the person got their handy piece of paper, and I was like, "Is this like an ad?" Nope, it was just a flyer probably like used in the movie. I kind of forgot about that, but yeah, that was like this probably the funniest cosplay out there at the event. But as I said, unfortunately, there were not one but two Friday Night Funkin' cosplayers. First was some chick, or could be a non-binary person. I don't care. She was like, "Hey, fucking FNF fan." Girl was like, "Oh, hey, I was like, "Don't get your hopes up. I freaking hate FNF." And just as I was trying to cure them with the world ends a few, my parents dragged me away. Yes, I hate FNF that much. I also went to an artist alley. Oh yeah, also I said "What's up" to everybody cosplaying as Ghostface. That's important. Also, yeah, he was also got like official droid stuff and had little droids of freaking Captain Rex from the original Star Tours. Um, I also saw like a booth I was selling, I think bootleg DVDs of Tokusatsu. Like some was like Kyoryu, like Zyuranger, and even Goanjira. Yeah, I'm looking at photos. I guess I also saw like I think two guys cosplay as Chai from friggin' Hi-Fi Rush. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, a guy even implemented like a little metal arm, bunch of things on his arm. I was like, what's this arm made of? Yeah, I loved that guy's cosplay. Even took a picture of a guy cosplaying as like friggin' Ash from Evil Dead, and I saw three Yakuza cosplay. Like one was Machima, and I also found like a thing called Bookie Pins, like some risque site selling fan made pens of sorts. They even have 18 plus variants of their stuff. I'm by And one thing I almost said, so for my younger bro, I have a younger. I already mentioned before that I have a younger brother who is recently getting into anime. He recently started watching Hunter x Hunter. I remember like mentioned to her on my actual birthday stream that we went to round one, which I don't know if I is essentially Dave and Buster's for weeaboos. He saw like some Hunter x Hunter bug. He's like, "Hey, look at this Hunter x Hunter bug." I then got on and told him it's pronounced Hunter x Hunter, you uncultured swine. He's new to anime. I wanted to bring home this little piggy bank based on Gon, but I didn't get around to it. Like I already have much money as is. So I went to some game shops, and that's when I bought two. I actually bought 3 games. I burnt a very massive hole in my debit card that weekend. I haven't even tested out the games yet. Also, my back's hurting. Also, a very revealing, risque outfit of a girl cosplaying as friggin' Roxy from a humanized Roxy from Hazbin Hotel, and I think I saw like a guy like I think it's like a vendor of sorts cosplaying as Willy Wonka. Um, I saw Bowsette cosplay, and the Artist Alley might be my favorite. I don't think I've actually been to many Artist Alleys in the past, but one Artist Alley, just as a chick selling body pillows of cast from Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates. You know, the ones that made the series popular, and yeah, the fact that there wasn't, I don't recall anything from Engage, just told me that game's legacy. I even saw a guy cosplaying as like the old professor from Jurassic, John Hamred from Jurassic Park, and I even like asked the guy because I don't know. I was gonna go to Universal the following that Sunday, and I asked if he ever been on Jurassic Park, the Jurassic World, the ride, and he said, "No, I have not." But hey, it was cool. I remember seeing some guy selling some pins based on Sentai. I didn't ask Vice. I was like, I'm slightly disappointed, but hey, it was still pretty cool. Well, I probably thought that might have been rude, but hey, I still thought that hey, it still looked cool. Okay. Sam Fisher, of course. I think it's also state cosplayers. Uh, I saw a chick that was cosplaying like a skin all for Morgan, and some guy cosplaying as Junpei from Persona 3 Reload. I'm sure it's awkward, Lauren. Some guy was also cosplaying as Nick from Left 4 Dead, aka the best zombie game ever made. And somebody like playing as like that guy, that the big head version of Lord Farquaad from Shrek, the greatest religious movie of all time. Yeah, apparently a funny story is apparently Shrek was not viewed as going to be that popular at first, and during the production of Prince of Egypt, they thought that those that none of the guys who worked for Prince of Egypt really want to work on Shrek, and that they got worked behind, and that at some point, if a somebody working on Prince of Egypt ended up getting working on Shrek, they say that that person got Shreked. So they worked on one religious experience to another. Yeah, I've heard that Prince of Egypt is like one of the holy trinity of the only good Christian media: Prince of Egypt, Chronicles of Narnia, and Veggie Tales. Joker. Oh yeah, I've heard 60s Batman and Solid Snake. Oh yeah, then a girl is cosplaying as Power uh from Chainsaw Man, and a friend of hers cosplaying as Johnny from Guilty Gear. You know, that cool womanizing pirate guy who loves his bitches. Oh yeah, a girl cosplaying as a human version of friggin' Lambert from Cult of the Lamb, and there are 2 people cosplaying as Satan, and one is Nifty from Hazbin Hotel. Even they try to explain Hazbin Hotel to my parents, and multiple pics of the TF2 cast, like, and a guy cosplaying as a humanized version of Sly Cooper, aka a character that has more riz than I ever have. Girl cosplaying as Auri from League. I should probably show the towel. They'll love it. That. And so our hospital took her. Like, think I'm cosplaying as a human version of one of the royals from Hell of a Boss, and that assassin guy that Norman Reedus played. Striker, I think's his name, and a engineer. Oh yeah, I even took a picture of a girl cosplay as Kurapika from there. Oh yeah, and then Heisenberg from friggin' Resident Evil Village. Basically is evil engineer. Oh yeah, I even like asked some. It was a lot more part of RSL. Like some person girl drawing a cute little keychain of a bunch of yaoi ships and the Yuri ship, mostly Taka and Mondo. I even like asked some of these people if they played Ring Code, which they have not. I'm actually wonder if Ring Code even did any good. Like it was so hyped as the game from the guys from Danganronpa, and it pretty much is Danganronpa in all but name. Uh, yeah, I even like saw somebody like make like cute like school casual art of the characters from Fire Emblem Fates, like one side the royal family and the other the Hoshida royal family. Which thanks, I feel old. I have got to show Hannah Wright those. For context, I found Hannah Wright. If you wonder how I even found Hannah Wright, I found her like so. Hannah was best known back in the day in her work in the Fire Emblem community. She mainly did this Fire Emblem video called like where read Yahoo Answers with the Fire Emblem cast. She wasn't the first person to do it, but in my opinion, she did it better because it was funny. A lot of characters cosplaying as flowers from Rona from Scott Pilgrim, and oh yeah, I saw Mace Windu cosplayer, and as I said, that girl I tried to cure was not the only FNF cosplayer. There was another one, and he had the most obvious pedo stash I could think of. Like, again, for anything, I'm just so judgmental. I do not know a single good person in the FNF fan base. They hurt my friends, and they're just not good people, so I don't trust them. Unless they're underage. They're the only innocent people, the kids who don't know better. Oh yeah, Frizz Frizzle, which, yeah, I did not like Magic School Bus when I got older. I guess got anxiety of sorts, and to the point it became like an in joke with my science teacher back in high school. I think it was my sophomore high school teacher. It was like, and I saw another artist that made some cool little crossover art. G Got It. It's like the artist's name, and like one was like a Final Fantasy Tactics crossing over with Mega Man Legends, which I should probably bring this up. I almost did a Let's Play of it, and I even briefly mentioned last year. Yeah, Persona 5 is Darkstalkers crossover, which I think is pretty hot. And of course, Paper and Ink, which is like a mishmash of Paper Mario and Okami, which makes me scared of what that world's version of Issa would have been. Oh yeah, Gingerbread Jojo. Yeah, I really want to try and. Oh yeah, also that guy wearing a Chris Chancer, and As y'all know, I apologize to that as an autistic person. Yeah, I spent a lot of time there. A cosplayer as the Octoling from Spoon, Blitz, Gingerbread Blitz. Of course, I cosplay as friggin' Kiryu. Oh yeah, then I got another Preppa cosplayer. Yeah, the FNF cosplayer with a pedo stash. He was hanging out. He was basically hanging out with a friend of his cosplaying as Prappa. But then I saw two other guys cosplaying as Prappa. But unlike Prappa, this friend had base friend in that he was cosplaying as Lambie from Jammin' Lambie. So in other words, based. Oh yeah, of course Valentino cosplay. Like yeah. Oh yeah, Jason cosplayer, which he did try to stab me with. This guy that was selling like some custom game controllers, which I had, and of course some guy like had some old toys and stores, and some of them were even tokusatsu related. Like one I saw was a toy based was like something from Kamen Rider Drive, and even Go Buster, and I even saw like a guy's toy version of Jet Garuda from Chojin Sensei Jetman. Some anime figurines. Only a very risque pick one of a 2B in a bikini. Oh yeah, four guys cosplaying as Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Band, and of course bought some stuff at a game shop. And I remember like they're like looking at some of the stuff there, and I even tried trying to recommend a guy to buy his only under second runner. Oh yeah, of course, guy cosplaying as Gumshoe. Oh yeah, plus size, a very oddly attractive plus size lady cosplaying as freaking Bowsette, and in front of her is Boozette, and another girl cosplaying as Chompette. Oh yeah, some store called LA Video Games, which they weren't selling games, they were selling Lego figures. Oh, Ada Wong, Princess for Moribund. A girl cosplaying as the one of the crew members of the Legion. Oh yeah, human Lola Bunny. A guy with a mongoose because like the first closing I had with Danganronpa. Oh yeah, Marceline, and of course the Solaire, the beard sun guy from Dark Souls, who praises the sun because he wants his rays on his feet. Ass. Oh yeah, Tsubi. The water gym leader from Sword Shield. Wednesday. Oh yeah, Michael Myers. A girl cosplaying as Scout and her friend cosplaying as Lucifer. God, Lucifer is so popular cosplay. Yeah, apparently I even saw like the guy who cosplays engineer. I wanted to try and get her like to do like the Nina Spencer. Oh yeah, guy cosplaying as Professor Utonium and that secretary lady, the one that they cut out from the reboot that literally everyone hated, and there was like that one creepy like guy who's writer who basically made himself like into a self insert with Blossom and made him like Blossom's love interest. Don. Also, Johnny and Bosch was there again. Yeah, seeing a lot of cons of Johnny and Bosch there. Uh, Zeros and Samus cosplay. Of course, more Teletubbies of the Teletubby Mafia. I even told them to say, ah! A very oddly attractive Rosalina. Oh yeah, finally a proper Danganronpa cosplay in the form of Kokichi. Oh yeah, Juliet Starling cosplayer. Like, Tara Strong was there. Mom was like, what's this Tara Strong chick? It was like, I'm sure y'all remember last year. Let's play Lollipop Chainsaw because I bought a COD. Oh yeah, a guy cosplaying as there are a lot of Pyramid Head cosplayers and some guys cosplaying as friggin' Cast Final Fantasy Barrett and Team from Final Fantasy VII, and one of the friends cosplaying as Roxas. Oh yeah, a girl not cosplaying as Mahiru who gets arrested for treason. I gotta go to the plane. There's the Swedish chef. A girl cosplaying as Pomni, which is funny because that day was when the new episode of Amazing Digital Circus came out. Guy cosplaying as Jesus. I then asked to do a disco pose to make Disco Jesus nearby canon. Was there? Oh yeah, then Ichiban from Yakuza Like a Dragon, and he brought a friggin' lobster. If you don't know, in Yakuza Like a Dragon, there's like a weird summon that. So in Yakuza 7, they have like an in-universe app called Pound Maze, which is basically it summons like in other RPGs, and one of the Pound Maids is a friggin' lobster. A girl cosplaying as the Veronica, whatever like that Blitz's ex was, and Nacho Libre, Ice Climbers, and basically that was it. Yeah, I had a pretty fun day that day. And then I went to Disneyland. So since I had autism, basically Disney allows like people with certain disabilities to have like a special fast pass of sorts, but they have weird regulations with it nowadays. God, my back. I'm also really tired. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention this. So on the day when I got back to the hotel that me and my family was staying at when we were there, I heard a voice, a guy saying, "Oh yeah, when we were leaving, after we were leaving the convention center, I heard a guy like got a sketchy little stand. He was like, "Hey, Ness, yeah, people loving my Ness outfit." And then when I got to the hotel, I was sitting down, just chilling out, and I heard a voice saying, "Ness." You know who that voice was? The valet cashier at the hotel. Yeah, the valet cashier at the hotel saw my Ness cosplay. I even gave him a shout out in the community post. So then the next day was Disneyland. So instead, there was like some disabilities of sorts spots for people with certain disabilities to have little fast passes, and one of the so the first ride was a ride I never really been on, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I think it was fine, I guess. And I even rode Peter Pan's Flight after that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember all the rides there. We haven't rode Star Tours, which is forget Star Tours, and I think they may have brought back like the whole randomizing it, and thankfully Star Tours takes place long after the accolades. But they had a soak. Basically, if I'm going like into Star Tours, we get like a little message from another character for the Star Wars franchise. Like remember, like one time it was like Yoda, and then it was changed that. When the second time I wrote it, it was like the same storyline, but like first going to Kashyyyk, then Geonosis. But the second time it was Admiral Akbar. But this time we got a message from Ahsoka. And then we were on a planet that I never recognized. There's like these giant whale things. Like I even asked Quega what these whale things were, and because I remember Star Tours didn't give a crap about continuity when it was randomized. Like one time you're in like the modern era, then next time travel you went back to the Clone Wars. It was funny. And then basically what I found was that when I went to ride Rise of Resistance. Okay, I know modern Star Wars is very contentious, but I think we can all agree that Rise of Resistance was a pretty cool ride. It was basically one part dark ride, one part thrill ride. That's the best way I could describe it. It was fun. Also, when Falcon Flight, like last time I went back 4 years ago, I was a pilot. Wasn't really all that fun, so I picked Gunner this time. My parents are the pilots, and I even tried helping them out. Also, I bought Huega a present. Well, but get a little lightsaber water bottle and a lightsaber keychain. I even like said, "May the force be with you" to the cashier after that. And then I went to California Adventure. Like the one thing, my highest priority was to ride the Incredicoaster. For context, when California Adventure opened, there was like a place called Paradise Pier, which was essentially just Capcom's Disney's attempt to try and make their own version of the Santa Monica Boardwalk. It was just like a generic carnival of sorts. But their biggest attraction and my favorite ride in the whole park was California Screamin'. So it's just like an ordinary roller coaster, but it had some good music, and it was just a fun roller coaster. The biggest, the best attraction there. Well, in 2018, when the last time I went to Disneyland, the ride was just closed down because they were turning into an incredible scene ride called the Incredicoaster. I mean, it was fun, and I kept thinking to myself, oh, how similar TF2 is to Fortnite. TF2 is The Incredibles in terms of music and the story. It was fun. Although I didn't really think the story was necessary. The whole shit is that Jack escapes because of his powers, and and the Incredibles are trying to chase him back, even using the power of Cookie. Ow, my back. Yeah, part of me isn't even sure if I can continue the stream, but I'll try anyway. Also, I rode Guardians Mission Breakout, but they had like a whole Halloween variant. Main reason I went there was to see so when you enter the room, when they start the pre-show, you enter a queue that they had a Stan Lee cameo there, but I didn't see it. I was busy trying to do a thing. I was just looking around the place because on that desk is a little note that says XS Tech. And if you don't know, XS Tech is the company from the now defunct extraterrestrial alien encounter. I always find it weird that they reference alien encounter in Disneyland in Guardians when, if you don't remember, alien encounter never opened at Disneyland. It was only in the Magic Kingdom. God damn my back. I continued riding other rides, like mainly one of my favorite rides was of course there's also the ride based they changed the ah oh yeah, Haunted Mansion, but it was their yearly changing it to the greatest movie, one of the greatest movies ever made, Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm the only person in my family that saw that movie, and I blame Kingdom Hearts for that. I remember when I first rode that back when I was like in 2013 when I was starting high school. I was like, Jack is a weirdo, but now I love Jack. He's a jolly guy, even though he's heavily associated with Hot Topic. What's this? What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? There's strawberry everywhere. What's this? Oh, check it. I have been driven. What's this? There's children throwing snowballs instead of throwing heads. And one person, no one's dead. And if I'm correct, they actually changed. There's like a little saying of a little gingerbread house, and to my knowledge, they change it every year. But yeah, and I was in the Avengers campus. I wanted to try and take pictures of stuff there because it's the Avengers. Huega loves Marvel. There was like a Spider-Man ride. I remember like seeing this like a little like a stage performance thing of starring Deadpool. Which why would Disney have a Deadpool based on such a dark, like a very adult character? But there's like a joke where it's like, oh, because it's busy reading the terms of Disney Plus, which if y'all know is making fun of that Disney's like. So if you remember, there was like a lawsuit that happened. There was like a restaurant. A woman died like of an allergic reaction at a restaurant at Disney Springs. Uh, and when the guy tried to sue, Disney pointed out that they can't because he signed up for Disney Plus. Obviously, the internet thought this was bullshit, and in the end, Disney just went through with the lawsuit anyway. Yeah, one of my sister's friends was also there helping us out, and basically some bitch at the wouldn't accept our pass for Lightning Lane for Guardians, even though I really didn't want to ride it a second time. Yeah, it was pretty rough for the rest of the night. Also, I forgot to mention, my mother accidentally wore my pair of shoes, and I am probably never going to wear those shoes for a very long time. Bob, I even considered just donating them to charity or something. Oh yeah, there was also like Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which like my mother called it like her little. It's a small world because my grandmother used to love that ride a lot, and my because like it's by being slow and sorts. I remember like some guy was on drugs and was like streaking. Overall, I still aside from like some hiccups, and we ended the ride the trip at Disneyland at Toy Story Mania, and then we went to the parking lot. I forgot where we parked, and it was shit. And by coincidence, we ran into my sister's friends, and thankfully, they drove us to where our car was. Then, the following day, I went to Universal Studios. Like, we got a special pass. I was more excited for Universal than I was Disneyland because, I mean, I've been to Disneyland so many times. I've only been to Universal once, and it was fun. For what I went, first thing I did was like I rode that Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. Like the key looked cool. It's basically a mishmash of a dark ride and an AR video game. Like you're trying to race against Bowser. I lost to Bowser twice. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and you're trying to get 100 coins. And there's like a bit of like more interacting stuff there because you had to like do a bunch series of challenges to try and get a golden mushroom back, but you couldn't just go do the mushroom challenge right away. No, you had to beat a series of challenges scattered throughout the park, like collect a like collect a like one was like you had to touch these tiles based on thwomps. It was not a very hidden part of the park, and I thought it was like an employee only area, but no, it was there. And then you had like stops and clocks for some piranha plants, and then you had like the roll thing to make a Goomba fall to his death. No Wiggler. Although I did see some Pikmin carrying a coin, which I thought was a fun little Easter egg, but there was no Wiggler walking around. Like I thought the Wiggler, there could have been like a great chance to have a Wiggler, you know, be a Wiggler. Especially for that clock challenge, I thought Wiggler being there would be cute. And give kids Vietnam flashbacks of Don't Wake Wiggler. But I didn't want to just try Universal there, so I wrote some of the other rides there. For one, the first thing I remember writing was Transformers the Ride, which, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that I used like the same ride system as Spider-Man in Florida, and I had a lot of fun. Like it was like you're like in a chase trying to evacuate some civilians out of a fight between like because the Allspark was not safe at this military base because the Decepticons are attacking, and I remember seeing my boy Sideswipe from Sideswipe was a character from Revenge of the Fallen who had like who looked like a silver whose vehicle form was a Corvette Stingray, and we're like, I just really love the design, especially his arm swords for hands. Like that was cool. And Blackout was there. Like last time I checked, I thought Blackout died during the events of the first movie, which there. Also, I got attacked by Starscream. I was trying to find my mother, the Lord of Transformers, but I didn't do it. And I rode, of course, the aforementioned Jurassic World, which was basically their version of Splash Mountain. I mean, it's fine, I guess. And then I rode the best ride at the whole park, Revenge of the Mummy. Okay, I don't think anybody here has ever seen The Mummy. It's okay, me neither. Granted, there was a show based on a crappy post-apocalyptic movie no one really saw. Um, but yeah, if you think about it, mummies are just zombies. Yeah, I have not seen the Mummy like movies, like do you know like the Mummy 2019 has a bit of a cult fan base. And of course, it's the 2017 movie where they try to make a cinematic universe. Bye. Yeah, bye. You know, I kind of want to try and go to Universal Orlando since, well, probably at least 2026 because, like, hopefully, because I've only been to Universal once, even though it was just for the Harry Potter world. Like, oh, speaking of Harry Potter world, I actually did go there. I rode the most disappointing roller coaster in my life, Flight of the Hippogriff. We are. Yeah, that ride is just sad. And I also rode Harry Potter Forbidden Journey, and yeah, I even pointed out some trivia about it. Like, for one, originally they wanted to try and get Snape to make an appearance, but Snape's actor, the late Alan Rickman, didn't really want to always be associated with Snake, even though that's what I associate with. So he passed. Also, Voldemort was going to show up at some point. Okay. Uh, yeah, the Mario World was so detailed and fun. Like, but then like my other, oh yeah, I also wrote Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. It's fine. I think I had more fun with the queue because for one, the queue it looked like a lot like Gru's house from the film. Like it had like those whole like the cat eating the dog, the lion head eating the dog eating the little cat. and the speakers over like the outside of the entrance looked like little nukes. Also, they had like the Iron Maiden that Edith was in. It poked a hole in my jukebox. Yeah, she's just Gingerbread Dash. Oh yeah, probably the funniest part. Basically, when you're like Gru tells you that you're going to temporarily turn into minions. Gru scans people and it's like, oh, one of you didn't shower, and it just points like a random group in the audience, like. I also took a picture of some. I mean, like there's like a little thing where you can like look like you were dancing with some minions, and I wanted to do that because I had a teacher's assistant who was a huge fan of the minion of Despicable Me. Oh yeah, one of the probably my third favorite ride was the Simpsons ride. So yeah, it's a whole Simpsons themed world, and it's like a whole sketchy like theme park. And I remember seeing a billboard where the Simpsons tapped out. Which little reminder is gonna shut down next January. This January. Also, like there's like a little ice cream store. Like I was like, funny names like chocolate cherry sundaes at 8, or Thanksgiving butterfast. Everything about the kitchen sink, or Missy banana light, or chips and cookies, and cookie like I instead of calling ice creams, they're called ice cream conans. I'm guessing that's supposed to be a reference to Conan O'Brien. Because if you don't remember, Conan O'Brien used to be a writer for The Simpsons. Yeah, and yeah, the Simpsons ride was the ride I was the most familiar with because I used to have a really big like obsession with The Simpsons when I was a kid, and but yeah, that ride was hilarious. Yes, I feel bad for some of the people who liked Back to the Future ride, but Simpsons ride was still pretty funny. Like it's like a part where it's like, well, that's like, welcome to the incredible journey through my mouth. Also, Ralph was kidding like I'm a baby bird. Yeah, I really wanted to try and buy something Hufflepuff related at the park, but I couldn't find anything because I remember Hufflepuff. I remember seeing like a walk around character based on Gilderoy Lockhart of all people. Yeah, I'm getting really tired. And then basically I got really tired. Like after a quick browse of City Walk, I decided to just my feet got really tired. And I decided, well, time to go to bed. And then I went home. The end. Yeah, I had pretty fun, a lot of fun on my trip. I really don't know what my favorite part of it is. Probably Comic Con. But yeah. Well, hope you guys had a brief